Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to the recap and breakdown. Today we're taking a look at UFC Fight Night Vettori versus Dolidze 2, which just wrapped up yesterday, March the 15th, 2025. We're going to be taking a look at the entire card, starting with the prelims, ending with the main event. We absolutely smashed the card this weekend. The picks were like, I'm pretty sure they were like 70%. We smashed every single one of the best bets except for Kurt Holloway, who, in my opinion, got robbed last night. Anyway, let's just get right into it, starting with the first prelim opener of Carly Giudice versus Eunice Dubin. Now, this is again, I thought Dubin was going to win this fight. She had more experience. She technically doesn't have more experience if you look at the amateur bouts of Carly Giudice, but then again, she's fighting a whole lot of nobodies inside of her amateur bouts. Anna Crutchfield is actually like the only good fighter that she's ever fought, and that girl's inside of the Fury FC right now, kind of just getting fed cans. I thought Carly Giudice was going to lose by knockout. I thought these girls were going to go fucking hands, and I thought they were going to be throwing heat within the first couple rounds. And I thought Dubin was going to be able to knock her out. Now, Carly Giudice lands some really, really good early strikes. Dubin landed nice overhand shots. That money, what was it? Her right hair overhand is absolutely money. She's got wicked power inside those little hands, especially at 5'4". This girl's winging heat. Carly Giudice just a little bit more calculated, throwing the kicks inside the mix. Dubin didn't really throw any kicks. I'm pretty sure she only used her hands, and that was kind of her downfall. Carly Giudice throws a head kick after throwing a question mark kick earlier, kind of mixing it up, giving Dubin a lot to think about, and this one wasn't a question mark kick. This one went right upstairs, and Dubin got clipped by it, shin on chin. She goes down and eats a couple more shots by Carly Giudice, and Carly Giudice ends up winning by knockout within 2 minutes of the first round, which is kind of ridiculous, to be completely honest. She has all first round finishes when it comes to her wins, and all of her losses come by decision inside of her professional career. Personally, I think she kind of looked like shit against Katascata, but that's also a kickboxer. Fair. Gabriela Fernandez, the girl who just took out Kong Wing, I also think she's fucking terrible, and she lost a split decision there. I thought Dubin was going to be able to do a little bit more. Unfortunately, it's just not what it is. But that leads into the next prelim of the evening, which was a big underdog that I smacked right in the fucking forehead, and that was Priscilla Cachoeira versus Josiane Nunes. And Josiane Nunes is just throwing way too much. She's dipping her head a lot. She's dipping her head to the left when she's throwing the 1-2. She throws her overhand, and it's just kind of, she's open to knees, she's open to head kicks, and she's open to uppercuts. Now, Priscilla starts throwing the uppercut. She starts tagging Josiane Nunes when she starts dipping her head. Now she starts to get the timing. And Josiane Nunes tries to step into the pocket once again, dipping her head once again. And I'm not sure what makes her dip her head like that, but Priscilla, like, I really don't. I don't know why Josiane, and she's the smaller fighter too. You really should not be dipping your head to one side, just allowing the fucking bigger girl to just land a big, especially when people are throwing that jab over top to throw that jab, and they're throwing that fucking 2 power shot. They're gonna focus on where you're dipping your head, and you're getting clipped. It's what started to happen, and then Josiane Nunes stepped in. Priscilla just kind of did the Justin Gaethje thing where you grab around the back of the head and just wing the uppercut because you don't know where they are. You're just feeling for it, and she wung that fucking thing and put Nunes out cold. Nunes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have it on the thumbnail, probably going to be down on the bottom left of the thumbnail. She was put out cold, eyes in the back of her head, not even conscious. You literally see her come back to consciousness through her eyes. You see her eyes just go straight, and then she looks at the ref and says, "What happened?" And the ref has to tell her the fight's over. Yeah, she got knocked out pretty bad. Picture perfect uppercut. Fantastic win for Priscilla Cachoeira. Again, another good win on our record. This just proves again and again. You listen, just because a girl has hands, bro, she's 5'2". The power's on the side of Priscilla. The more, she's just more like, dude, fucking Nunes' best win was Zara Farron. Zara Farron is ass. Zara Farron is one of the worst fighters I've ever watched in my life. She got choked up by Giselle Moreira in fucking Aries, okay? That was last year. She's terrible. She has no business being inside the UFC, and Josiane Nunes, that's the only good win on her record, man. Bia Malecki, the girl is 2-1. You're gonna give that girl her fucking, that's who Nunes won against? Priscilla has a win against Ariane Lipski. Bro, she knocked Ariane Lipski out in the first round. I don't give a shit who this lady is. That's hands, bro. You got hands to put Lipski out in the first round. Hands. She also lost to Ji Young Kim. Should be technically 3-5 or 2-5 in her last 5. It is what it is. But a fantastic win for Priscilla Cachoeira, man. Picture perfect knockout, takes her out, moves up in the 135 division. And like I said, whoever won that fight was getting moved up in the UFC. Whoever lost was getting kicked out. You're probably seeing Josiane Nunes come Monday morning, dropped from the UFC roster. We're going to move on next on the prelims. Andre Lima versus Daniel Barez. Daniel Barez just got beat up. Like, he landed maybe a couple good strikes, but Andre Lima defensively sound. Looked really good in the boxing. Moved forward, looked solid, just ducking, weaving, just all the damage from Daniel Barez is just not there. And if we take a look real quick, which we will, we're going to take a look at the stats of this fight. Now, this fight was a little bit ridiculous, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, 108 significant strikes to 33. And look at the strike differential in terms of where we're hitting the strikes. 60 to the head for Andre Lima. Barez throws 20 back. 23 to the body for Lima. 8 back by Barez. And 26 leg kicks. The left lead leg of Barez was chewed. It was done. He was limping on it inside that the second half of the second round. They had a moment. I think it was I don't know if it was in the second round or the first round, but there was a foul between Barez and Lima, and inside of the foul, I think it was a nut kick maybe. Barez looks down at his... Okay, hold on 2 seconds here. My cat is trying to rip through the fucking... I don't know what are you doing, bud? What are you doing? You good? Yeah. Yeah, I know you're trying to rip through the fucking... How about we stop? That'd be good. All right, guys, we're back. The cat's no longer trying to rip through the screen. That'd be good. Let's not fall down the window right now. All right. Like I said, just choose him up. The leg was gone. The body of Barez was red, like a tomato, red. And then just the face of Barez started getting, it was just split open. He had cuts all over him. He just didn't look good. He was starting to fucking fade inside that first round, the end of it. He just looked like he didn't know what to do. Started the second round again. He looks good, tries to go for the takedown, gets shucked off. And when you get shucked off like that, your momentum's gone. You already lost the first round. You can't take it to the ground where you think you have a chance. You're losing on the feet because this kid's fucking 10 years younger than you. He's just got way too much speed. You're just not there anymore. Like, every time you throw, he's not there. He's just not there. And he has longer reach than you. He's playing the reach game. He's doing the hand fight perfect. And he takes down Barez. Barez has to give up his back, essentially. Andre Lima secures the back and obtains his first ever submission in professional mixed martial arts history. And fantastic for him. This is a kickboxer who's coming from just a heavy Muay Thai background, and he's able to submit Daniel Barez, who very clearly has shown throughout his fights that he has a little bit of a problem with his ground game, and it's kind of his opening. But Andre Lima pieces him up on the feet, wins the kickboxing battle, wins the wrestling battle, wins the clinch battle, and he gets the takedown in submission. That's a perfect 5-star for me. I think Andre Lima did it perfect, and I can't wait to see what else he's got at fucking flyweight, because, dude, at 125 you got power like that, good luck. And Barez was hurt, man. Barez was, like, rocked really, really bad. We're going to go on next on the prelim. Sam Page Hughes versus Stephanie Luciano. Now, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. I picked Sam Hughes this week. One of the best bets of the week. Cash that shit. Was a plus 220 when we picked her. Stephanie Luciano just looked good. Sam just turned it on early. I think it was a good game plan. Sam Hughes, literally named Sam Page, is a fighter who likes to take it to deep waters. She usually improves through the second and third round. She usually looks better as the fight goes on. And here you have Sam Hughes just absolutely fucking roll her in the first round. Force the pressure inside the first round. Get Stephanie just kind of throwing everything. And I'm pretty sure Stephanie won that first round, if I'm not mistaken. And next round, Sam Hughes putting it on her. And let's just take a look here. So, here we go. We have the judges' scorecards. I also had 10-8 in the second round. So, this is a little bit weird. It is a little bit weird because I had 10-8 in the second round for Sam Hughes. I thought Sam Hughes did enough inside the second round to honestly reward a stoppage. Luciano wasn't doing anything. She was just kind of curling up. She was on the ground. She couldn't really move. Sam Hughes just kind of abusing her in the position. I I thought the first one was close. You could have given it to Hughes. I thought it was more of a coin flip. I thought it was kind of leaning on the side of Stephanie Luciano. I would have been okay with a draw in this fight, but Sam Hughes winning. Again, obviously I'm not going to be upset at it. I thought the first 2 rounds, I thought the second round for sure was Sam Page. Third round was Stephanie Luciano. Sam Hughes just kind of falling apart inside that third round. But again, she is more of a second round, third round fighter, so switching her tactic to first round, second round, you can kind of see why she gassed out a little bit. But in this situation, it did benefit her. She said she didn't want to be down on the scorecards when we got late in this fight. Yeah, you don't want to be late, especially against a kickboxer. They're going to just go to their leg kicks, start stuffing the takedowns, and just win the point fight inside the third round. So you kind of need to be ahead the first 2, because usually a kickboxer with half decent takedown defense, they're going to win the third round. They know how to conserve their energy. They let it go a little bit longer, and they're going to win that third round. And if they already have one in the books, it's kind of over. But Sam Hughes gets the first 2 rounds done. Second round, in my opinion, a 10-8, but wins 29-27, 29-28 on judges' scorecards, and 29-28 goes the other way for Luciano, which I wouldn't be mad if Luciano won. I mean, I would have been a little salty. I would have liked the draw if it was going to be anything. I thought Sam Hughes deserved the draw at least, but a win for Sam Hughes is a fantastic win, and her record really, really good. Beats up a prospect, and now we can start working at some bigger names at 115. Now we're going to move on next on the prelims. We had Carlos Vera versus Josias Musasa. Now, what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? I said Carlos Vera. I said Carlos Vera is going to win against Josias Musasa. He was a plus 600 closing, plus 610 on DraftKings when we closed, plus 1200 via submission. It's just Josias is unproven. Otari kind of proved that. Like, he was clipping him with good, clean shots. He wasn't really giving him a whole lot of space to breathe. He was like, even in this fight, Carlos Vera gave no room to breathe for Josias Musasa. Vera rolled for the leg lock early, didn't get it. Rolled for it again, didn't get it. But then we go to the kickboxing portion. Carlos Vera's fucking winging shit. He looks like really good. Like I said, his striking wasn't good. He looked really good in the striking. He looked like how I would hope Ryan Hall would have his striking. Beautiful high kicks. Beautiful. He mixes it up, throws a jab, throws a high kick over top when Musasa fucking dips his head. My God. He drops Musasa with a right head kick, takes him to the ground, grabs his back right away, gets that choke in. Musasa tries to grab the hand, just can't fight it. He's a little bit rocked. He's just not there anymore, and he's forced to tap and lose his donut against Carlos Vera, who, again, very dangerous submission artist and clearly very dangerous hands. Now, he did only have one fight inside the UFC against Rinya Nakamura. It's fucking Rinya Nakamura. Nakamura has one loss to Marin Gafarov, and that's just because Gafarov was able to fucking stop the takedowns. Carlos Vera wanted to get taken down by Rinya Nakamura, and Rinya Nakamura just popped out of every submission situation. Musasa doesn't have that grappling. He's a KO wizard. He's not a guy that wants to grapple. He's a guy that wants to stand with you. And very clearly, when he can't get his fucking hands off, he falls apart. He looked like he had nothing to do. Like, he was 2 minutes, 30 seconds in that fight, and he looked like he had a problem. He was already rocked. He got clipped pretty good by Vera early, and then just gets choked out after a head kick. I mean, it's just it's almost similar to how every prospect in the last 6 months has got knocked out. Kong Wang, Yasmin Yaragui, Josias Musasa. It's always a head kick and instant transition to a back choke. Like, they just, and the problem is too, if Vera fucked that up and fucked up the choke and Musasa lived that, that's an even worse look than knocking the dude down. That's a worse look than getting knocked out yourself. That's a worse look than being in a heel hook situation. You have a locked-in ankle lock, and somehow the other dude gets a toe hold, and fucking you tap before he taps. Okay? That's like embarrassing level shit. Like, if you're gonna take him down after you knock him down, you better finish him. Because realistically, Carlos Vera should have just kept throwing punches. Musasa was out. He was rocked. He was on one knee, barely getting up. But because he's a submission artist, he did what he was, what he's trained in, what he wanted to do. Grabbed that back right away and ripped the neck off Musasa. I thought it was going to be a leg lock situation. You did see him roll for it early. Didn't get it, but a fantastic win for Carlos Vera. He wins Performance of the Night. Absolutely deserved. Oh, wow. They didn't even give a fight of the night, did they? They gave 4 performance bonuses. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that, but sure. Next on the prelims, they had Su Young Yu versus AJ Cunningham. Now, I thought AJ Cunningham, if he looked good on the sales, was going to be able to do something. Then I saw his coach, and yeah. 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 I don't know. It didn't look good. He looked like like no takedown defense was drilled. Inside the first 3 minutes, it kind of just looked like these guys were just going to fucking stare at each other the whole time. Yeah, Su Young Yu was literally landing the better strikes on AJ Cunningham. I don't even know how that's possible, seeing as AJ is literally way longer. Fought half-decent opposition in fucking the LFA. Like, it's just like, bro, I don't know what else to do with AJ Cunningham. You got to get him out of the UFC at this point. He's got to make his way to somewhere else, man. If he's getting knocked out by Steven Yeun, he really shouldn't be inside the UFC. Su Young Yu wins another good decision. I mean, realistically, he should have been able to get AJ Cunningham out of there. I think he had a couple positions where he could have just rained blows from hell, and AJ would have, you know, just been forced to tap. He could have got a crucifix once or twice. It's just, I feel like Su Young Yu was looking for the knockout. He just couldn't get it. He looked like he wanted to get a finish. He was trying to improve his position. AJ Cunningham just being very defensively sound, not allowing any of the really, really bad spots. And we just go to a decision. It kind of sucks for AJ Cunningham. You know, you kind of hope he'd fucking be something at bantamweight. 5'10", 71 inches of reach. He's pretty fucking tall. I mean, you'd hope that, especially, like, you're cutting down there. He made it. He made it to 136. He looked pretty good. Like, you'd think as a natural bantamweight at that point, you're a big guy. You're way bigger for the weight class. You think he'd have some power. No power from the side of AJ Cunningham. 3 rounds of absolute domination by Su Young Yu. And that leads us into our featured prelim of the evening. You know what? I was wrong about this one. I'll admit I was wrong about this one. Cortez is just nasty, bro. Ryan Spann versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. I had Ryan Spann. I thought the move to heavyweight was good. Thought he's going to be way quicker than Waldo Cortez. And lo and behold, Waldo Cortez Acosta is 15 pounds heavier than Ryan Spann. He hits heavier than Ryan Spann. He's faster than Ryan Spann, which doesn't even it really doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Spann was a light heavyweight, and fucking Waldo's swinging overhand combinations faster than I've seen guys throw 1-2s in the fucking light heavyweight. Whatever. And Waldo just pieces up Spann. Like, Spann's rocked inside the first round. He looks I don't even know how. He looks dejected after the first 5 minutes. Walks to his corner. His corner's like, hey, man. Hey, you did good. You did some good stuff. Hey, you got to keep it up. You were hitting him. You were doing the stuff. And Spann's like, yeah, all right. He gets ready for the second round. Still looks dejected going into the second round. Didn't look like he listened to his corner at all. He looks like he's like, all right, fuck it. Let's start winging some punches. Starts winging. He just starts whiffing, man. He's winging punches, and Waldo's gets hit with maybe like 5 out of the 20 he threw. And then Spann just proceeds to get fucking dropped late in the round and just absolutely put out cold. Spann was out. Like, out. He got hammer-fisted right in the face about 5 times. He was out. He was sleeping. He didn't know where he was. Waldo Cortez Acosta gets another fucking knockout on his record. Dude, this guy has fought... That's his best win on his record. Like, his best win on his record. Ryan Spann is shit. This guy is fucking terrible. I don't know what happened to Ryan Spann. This guy was a fucking light heavyweight contender at one point. This guy was like... He even put out Nogueira, bro. He's one of the last guys that put out Nogueira. Jesus Christ, man. Like, it's just fight music show. What the fuck is fight? He's fighting on fight music show. Jesus, what are these fucking organizations that these old guys go to? Anyway, Waldo Cortez Acosta gets a good win on his record. Ryan Spann looks like shit. Probably should be out of the UFC at this point. Fucking 4 out of his last 5 are losses. Get him out. Out! Get him out! I don't give a shit. Get him out. Ooh-ah! Get him out of here. You're a bum, Ryan Spann. I picked you. You're a plus 150 and you fucking suck. We're going to start off the main card. If you guys did enjoy this so far, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you have not already. We have Kevin Vallejos versus Sung Woo Choi. Now, this was the lock of the week. Kevin Vallejos by knockout. Lock. It was a lock. You had fucking... whatever his name, Yanni the Greek or whatever that UFC on the line. No, that's won the line. Hold on. What's his fucking name? I need to know this dude's name. What's his name? UFC. What's his name? UFC on the line. Hold on. 2 seconds. We need to find this guy. This guy, that guy on the left. Who's this dude? Who's this dude? Who's this dude? That guy. Who's this guy?
Not high enough,
this fucking loser. Whatever this guy's name is, I don't care what this guy's name is. All right.
Because of the questions that surround it. Because we already know Gaethje was a minus 250 favorite against
Who the fuck is this guy? All right, I don't know this guy's name. I don't know why I can't figure it out right now. He said over 1.5 is a lock for this fight. He's like, oh, Kevin Vallejos and Sung Woo Choi. Oh, featherweights. 62% of the time go over. Oh, this fight's gonna go over. You're dumb. Kevin Vallejos has wild power. Every short fucking featherweight apparently has massive power. If you're 5'9" and below or 5'8" and below inside featherweight, oh, you have Ilya Topuria power. You apparently can just walk forward and just overhand guys and just torch them. Just torch them. Everyone. You can dip your head like Mike Tyson. Just torch him and fucking knock him out. Kevin Vallejos with an overhand right drops Choi, and Choi just sits there. He sits there because he's fucked. He's fucked. He ate an overhand to his beautiful model-looking chin. He got dropped and just ate uppercuts. 8 uppercuts from fucking Kevin Vallejos. The fucking ref steps in right away. Right away. It's over. Sung Woo Choi loses inside the first round. Is arguably out of the UFC at this point. Needs to go fucking find a real job inside Korea. Like, bro, you're 5-6. Or 6 and... Or fucking, what is it? 1-6. In their last 6. The win over Yusuf Zalal. What a fantastic win to look back on. What the fuck happened? Like, what happened? This guy just fights anyone with real power and it's over. Like, I don't understand what the fuck happened. Caio Machado. What? Who the fuck is this dude? I don't even... That's a different Caio Machado. I'm thinking about the heavyweight one. Anyway, Kevin Vallejos' lock of the week was by knockout. Minus 150 is what it was sitting at. And Kevin Vallejos by round 1 knockout plus 175 gave me that shit. The money cashes, boys. That's all I got to talk about. A really good win for Kevin Vallejos. He literally wrote on Twitter, who wants to see me knock out Choi? Bro, if he's calling it on Twitter, he's going to win. Now, we're going to move on to the next main card fight of the evening. Brandon Ribeiro versus DR Nurgoze. I don't know who I picked in this. I started off the week with Brandon Ribeiro, and I changed my pick to DR Nurgoze, and the reason for that is because his kickboxing just looked really nasty. Looked like he was really solid when it came to the kickboxing, like the fucking head kicks. He looked like confident. He just had a little bit of a tick though, where he rubs his eye. I don't know what the fuck he's doing there. Let's just take a quick look here. Let's see what I picked. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look how dumb I am. You listen to this. Listen to this, all right? Listen.
Nurgoze against
Listen to
Brandon
this.
Ribeiro.
Listen.
Now, I originally picked Ribeiro during the week, and now I should never pick flip because every time I pick flip, I lose.
Every time I pick flip, I lose.
I picked after grappling. Meanwhile, fucking Lamish took down Yaz. I can't really take a shot. I just watched his fucking contender series bout, and I watched Ribeiro back. Ribeiro can't really take a shot.
I said Ribeiro can't take a shot. What happens? What happens outside the fight? Ribeiro wins the first round after eating shots from DR. After I said he can't eat shots. Eating shots. By the way, and I'm so dumb because I said, oh, he can't really take a shot. Ming Yang Zhang. He literally ate the nastiest shot from Ming Yang Zhang early and then started walking him down. And everyone thought Brandon Ribeiro was about to knock him out. Every single person. And I'm dumb. DR Nurgoze, bro, inside that first one, gets pieced up at the end of the round. We go to the end of the first round. It's even odds live. So Ribeiro won the first round. Oh, now we get to the second round, and DR is forcing a stupid fucking takedown when Ribeiro has a Kimura grip. And what happens? Oh, DR gets to the ground. A dude who's not supposed to be on the ground. A kickboxer who's taking a Brazilian to the ground. How dumb are you? First off, the guy lives in the place where they fucking be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's made there. You went to the ground with a dude who's in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu who had a Kimura lock, and you still forced a takedown. You deserve to get Kimura. Now, there was 2 Kimuras tonight. This one is just the highest level of display of shit jiu-jitsu. Ribeiro is just, when there's a Kimura, usually what happens when there's a Kimura or like some toe hold or shit like that, it's a low percentage move, meaning only guys who suck ass at jiu-jitsu or there's a high skill gap, those guys get caught in that. Hibero literally had it, had the grip the whole time, was twisting the dude's fucking, and DR just sat in it. Why? Why would you not just stand back up? You have him against the cage. Let him not go to the ground, because if you go to the ground, he's going to sweep you with that. Oh, what happens? Go to the ground, he sweeps him with it, and he just almost snaps DR's arm in fucking half. He literally has it, all, like, dude, all the way back. He had it fucking twisted. DR definitely, like, sprained his arm or something. The way it comes back to when the ref stops it and it, like, comes all the way back and DR's, like, holding his head and shit. Oh, my God. Brendan Hibero by submission. Again, I pick flip, and I don't understand why I pick flip. I don't know why. I literally know this shit's gonna happen. I can see it in my brain. I literally have dreams about it. And then I change. I don't know why I pick flip. That's my fault. My bad, guys. Now we're gonna move on to the next main card fight. A fantastic Kimura victory. 2 in a row. Damon Blackshear versus Cody Gibson. Cody Gibson looked like shit. He looked terrible. He looked good for the first 2 minutes. Blackshear was getting pieced up good. Gibson was running forward. He got a takedown. And even the commentators were like, this is the best we've ever seen Cody Gibson look. This is the best he's ever looked. Yeah, because he did it for 2 minutes. He had 2 minutes of that cardio and got fucked up by Damon Blackshear. Fucked up. There was so many submission opportunities for Damon in the first round. He had Cody Gibson in a bad crucifix spot. He was just laying these fucking nasty elbows in Cody Gibson's face. He was doing the thing in the second round. He had 3 minutes left in the round when he got Cody Gibson down in the second round. He's doing the thing where he's got a crucifix and he's shoving the elbow. He's just, if this is the dude's head, he's shoving his elbow in his head and then just fucking laying the short elbows and then shoving the elbow right in the dude's mouth and laying the short elbows. Just fucking, oh my God. Just brutal. Just being the most fucking ruthless guy you've ever seen on the ground. And Damon Blackshear was beating the shit out of Gibson. Gibson had to give up the arm, basically. In my opinion, he realistically let it happen. Kind of felt like Cody Gibson gave up. I think Cody Gibson's good enough on the ground to not get stuck in a Kimura like that. He's really, really good, man. He's a fucking vet, really, inside the fight game. He's been in the UFC since 2014. Or he was there. That was his first, and he recently made it back in 2023 after, fighting in a bunch of random organizations. It's just like, it feels like he gave it up. Like, Damon Blackshear is a really good submission artist. Don't get me wrong. I had him by submission at a plus 250. I loved it all day. It's just, you really can't, oh, there we go. My fucking screen turned off. You can't count, Damon out when it comes to the ground game, but you can't count Cody Gibson out either. I thought he was going to be able to make it at least to the third round. No. I thought under 2.5 rounds. I had Blackshear by round 2 submission. You can see it here on Tapology. I picked it perfect. Yeah, I don't know. It was a tough fight for Gibson on the forefront, to be honest. Like, it's just, you're kind of fighting a guy that's just significantly better than you. And you're kind of hoping to take him down or something. And when you take him down, you're going to get put in his realm. Like, you don't want to take him down. You want to beat him up on the feet. And Damon started piecing him up on the feet, had him cut. It's just unfortunate. We're going to move on to the next main card fight. But again, fantastic win for Damon Blackshear. I love that guy. I want to see him fight more. I mean, the knockout against Montel Jackson was a big L. But we're going to move on next. Alexander Hernandez versus Kurt Hollabaugh. I had Kurt Hollabaugh rounds 1 and 2. I lost split, unanimous decision. One of the judges gave 30-27 to Alexander Hernandez. You are laughable. You're pathetic. You're the worst fucking judge I've ever seen in my life. I thought round 1 was more clear than round 2. They gave round 2 to Kurt Hollabaugh on 2 of the judges' scorecards. And one of the judges gave all 3 rounds. Pathetic. Kurt Hollabaugh won the fight, in my opinion. Alexander Hernandez, once again, when it comes to the second half of any round in any fight that he ever fucking fights, he gasses. It doesn't matter if he's in the first round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round. As soon as it hits that 2-minute 30 mark, ooh, he starts to gas. Because apparently every round this dude gets a fucking second win. And he just gasses at the half of it. Kurt Hollabaugh lost a little bit of that first couple minutes and then just beat him up. I thought he won the first round. Get to the second round, he beat the shit out of Hernandez. And then Hernandez got a late takedown, did nothing with it. I thought Kurt won that round. And then we get to the third round, and Alexander Hernandez putting the pressure on Kurt Hollabaugh. He wins that round for sure. 29-28, Kurt Hollabaugh was the right pick. Kurt Hollabaugh ends up getting a loss on his record. Kind of a career killer at this point at 38 years of age. Now you have your 2 and 3 in your last 3, and your only 1 was like a fucking prospect coming from Contender Series who got a technical rear submission on Dylan Montello. Yeah, I don't know. It's an unfortunate loss for Kurt Hollabaugh. Good win for Alexander Hernandez, I guess. Hernandez is fucking shit, man. He's beaten Hubbard and Miller in the last fucking 3 years. Like, I don't. He's ass. He's really ass. I don't think he deserved that win. I think he should be out of the UFC at this point. I don't think he should even be here. Yeah, there's not much to talk about, man. He didn't really look good. Hernandez didn't look good. He didn't. He looked okay on the feet for a little bit. Kurt Hollabaugh was 38 years of age, man, and piecing him up. Like, still walking forward even though he got hit. Like, he didn't give a fuck. He was still walking forward. He just kept moving. Fantastic display of heart from Kurt Hollabaugh and Alexander Hernandez. I would have given this the fight of the night, but, you know, I guess we have different opinions on what a good fight is. Now, we're going to move on to the co-main event of the evening. If you guys enjoyed this so far, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. We have Chitty Bang Bang Njokuani versus Elizeu Zaleski Dos Santos. Now, Zaleski apparently won the first round on the judges' scorecards. I didn't see that. I saw Zaleski getting pieced up. I saw Chitty Njokuani, who cut from 185. Also missed weight, by the way, very clearly. He's fucking way bigger than Zaleski. A 6'3" fucking welterweight, which is ridiculous. He's not Randy Brown, fuck. I saw a oversized welterweight beat the fuck out of an old man. That's really what I saw. The kicks from Chitty were beautiful. The front kick up the middle was nasty. He was giving Zaleski way too much to think about. Zaleski couldn't even get in the pocket. Every time Zaleski tried to blitz, he was doing the right thing. He was trying to get Chitty to throw and overcommit. Chitty just wasn't overcommitting. Chitty was fucking sound, defensively sound, very, very tight. Just walking forward, using that Muay Thai stance, not giving Zaleski any room to move. Cutting off the cage right, cutting off everything. The knees from Chitty on the breaks, man, of that clinch were nasty. He hit Zaleski with a nasty knee inside that second round and just put his lights out. The elbow was nasty behind, put Zaleski out. It's really unfortunate for me to watch Zaleski put out like that, especially a fucking vet of his nature. He's only been knocked out twice in his career now. And the other one was to Li Jingliang. Jesus, I don't know why I'm messing up this name right now. The Leech. It doesn't matter. And it's just kind of proving that Njokuani's got different level power. And if he continues fighting at welterweight like this, man, fuck. This is a different level of power. If he makes the weight cut and he doesn't, like, if he needs to make the weight cut, though, the only reason why he had that power is because he probably didn't drain himself that much. He wouldn't have had that same power that he has fucking that last night if he drained himself properly, because he didn't even make 170. He made 172. Anyway, good win for Chitty. Unfortunate for Zaleski, but it is what it is. We're going to see, hopefully, Chitty move on at 170 to fight bigger and better people. I mean, he's got 3 in a row right now. He could definitely get, like, a half-decent fight. He definitely doesn't need to be at middleweight. If he goes back to middleweight, he's just going to get knocked out a bunch. I'd like to see him not do that. But welterweight's a good fit for him. He needs to fix that weight cut and be on top of it. But, again, good win for Chitty Njokuani. Now we have Roman Dolidze versus Marvin Vettori in the main event of the evening. Once again, smash that like button, guys. We hit almost every single best bet last week. I'm pretty sure the parlay smashed. If you guys did enjoy it, I'll be doing it again this week. I hit the last 2 weeks above 70% to 60% of the bets. We're on some winning weeks right now. We have, again, Roman Dolidze versus Marvin Vettori. I had Marvin Vettori. He won the first fight. I thought he was going to win the second fight. I thought he won this round 1 and 3. That's all I had Marvin. Marvin lost 2-4-5. They gave Roman unanimous 49-46. Okay. Fair, I guess. I guess it's a bit of a coin flip inside that first round. Marvin felt like he won. You could see it in his face. He felt like he won. Roman Dolidze gets a nice 5-round victory on his record. Roman did get pieced up, though. Realistically, Marvin Vettori is not exactly a guy that's going to be sitting at the top 15 for much longer. He just, the younger kids that are coming up are just getting better and better. Like, really. They're getting really, really good. And Roman Dolidze is one of those guys that, like, he's older, but he has the young guys helping him. Like, he has Merab Dvalishvili. You know, he has Merab's coach. I'm sure he has Matt Serra that he's rolling with and stuff. It's just like, you got to, when you have a good team like that and you're kind of rolling through, there's not much that Vettori can do. Vettori hasn't really evolved his game. He looks the same that he's looked for over the last fucking 3 years. He looks the same in that Dolidze fight that he looked in the last Dolidze fight. And Dolidze looked like he improved. He looked like he was a little bit faster. Looked like he was pushing the pressure good. Even though he got rocked inside that third round and almost put out, Roman still had a good fight. He had a good 5 rounds. Marvin Vettori didn't shoot one fucking takedown. Now, the takedowns is where he would have won the fight. He really should have gone for the takedowns. I'm not sure why he didn't do it. A little bit unfortunate, but a good win for Roman Dolidze. He wins 4 rounds out of the 5. He moves up inside of the middleweight division, probably to like, what, number 6 now? Roman Dolidze. Let's take a look at what he is right now. I think he's like 9, 12. And what, Vittori's number 8, right? So let's take a look. Marvin Vettori's number 8. So he'll probably be, yeah, I guess he'll take over the 8th spot. Marvin Vettori moves down probably 2 rankings or 3. That means Kopylov and Michel Pereira are probably getting out of the UFC top 15. But, you know, they don't really deserve to be there at this point. Good win for Roman Dolidze. Again, I know that I'm not really talking a whole lot about this fight. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, I wanted Marvin Vettori to win. I thought he was going to evolve his fight game. I thought he was going to fucking throw more than just his little overhand shit and pitter pat that they were throwing back and forth. But as far as main events go, I'm going to be 100% honest, guys. I'm 2-9 in the last main events. Not really fantastic when you're thinking about it. I had Marvin Vettori in that one. If we look back at the lot, I had Alex Pereira the week before. Week before that, I did have Manel Cap by knockout. I did pick that. I also had Henry Cejudo there, so that's 1 in, what, 4? What's the last one? I had Gregory Rodriguez. That's 1 in 5. Yeah, it's just like not. I had Sean. That's 1 in 6. I had oh Jesus, I had Izzy. That's 1 in 7. I had, yeah, I mean that one doesn't really count. That's Islam. I had Amanda Hebos. That's 1 in 8. I did have Joaquin Buckley. So for this year, I'm 1 in 8 in main event picks. Don't pick my main event picks. If whenever I give you guys a main event, probably should bet the opposite. At least I'm not telling you guys they're locks. That's all I got to tell you. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this recap and breakdown. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and smash that fucking like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on that little bell notification if you want to hear some little dings whenever I put up my videos. Listen, if you guys watch the best bets on Friday night, you guys smashed. I gave you guys 4 really good bets, an underdog, a good. Actually, technically, I gave 5. 4 out of the 5 hit. The only one that didn't hit was Kerr Halbau, who I thought was a robbery. It is what it is. Shit happens, but we did smash this weekend. We did make a lot of money this weekend, and hopefully you guys did too. That's all I guys got for you guys this weekend. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace.